Gaming as a dad can be really tough. Whether it's money, time, attention span, you're already spreading yourself so thin across the board, but it doesn't have to be that way. And today, I'm going to tell you how. Before we begin, I want to give a special shout out to Xbox for partnering with us and providing us a key to try out PC Game Pass so we could review it for you guys. And if you decide you want to check out PC Game Pass for yourself after watching this video, you can find a link for it down in the description. Look, if you're anything like me, right now you're watching this video on your phone while your kid's using your TV to watch like Blippi or something like that. If you want to show some dad solidarity, feel free to drop us a like, comment, and a sub. We work really hard on this channel and we love making content for you guys and we want to keep doing it, so please, if you can, just show us some love. Thank you. All that being said, let me give you a crash course on PC Game Pass. PC Game Pass is a monthly service that gives you access to hundreds of quality titles, and they're adding new ones constantly. While there is a vast amount of titles, they really do emphasize quality over quantity. It's likely while I'm scrolling through some of these games, you've already seen a game that you really enjoy. In fact, you might have seen one of your favorite games. PC Game Pass is a really great way to find your next favorite game. Especially for dads, there's a lot of risk involved in buying games nowadays. They're pretty expensive, and a service like this honestly really is a boon to dads, I mean really to anybody, because being able to try new games, AAA games, and not have to pay exorbitant prices to try out, say 5-10 games, like, you just really can't get that anywhere else. And I say try out, but honestly, these are full games. Like, you have access to the entire game. It's not a demo, it's not a trial. You can play through the entire thing. If you get to the end of a game and decide you don't like it, you haven't lost anything. You still have access to all the other titles on the platform. And honestly, let's be conservative, right? If we say each game that you buy is $50, 10 games, you're looking at $250 to $500 right there. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Full disclosure here, guys. I've been a PC Game Pass fan long before Dad's XP channel was even a thing. And I do genuinely think that PC Game Pass is the best bang for your buck that you can possibly get as a PC gamer, hands down. But I think I've made my point on the pricing for this. I do think it's excellent, but let's go ahead and jump into some of the things that make PC Game Pass so awesome. Now, you might expect a service like this to have a lot of, say, shovelware or just kind of like older titles built onto the platform. A lot of these games are new, and in fact, they release brand new titles to the service day one, meaning the game comes out, you have access to it. If you're already a member of this service, you have access to that game. You don't have to pay an extra cent at all. In fact, they even let you pre-install games that are going to be coming to the service at a later date. So the second it goes live, you're ready to go. One of the other really cool things about PC Game Pass is it also includes EA Play, which basically gives you access to a bunch of like top EA games, exclusive in-game rewards. You get to play like early demos, and honestly, for some of you dads, this might be the biggest one. You get access to a bunch of sports titles, and like, let's just keep it a buck here. Sports titles are expensive. They are full price games generally, and they come out every year. So this is a really great way to get your fix without having to shill out a ton of money. And I really don't mean to keep harping on the monetary aspect of this service, but the more that I explain it, the more I'm like, man, it really is such good value, honestly. And it's not even just EA Play. You also get access to Riot Games, which once you link your account with your Xbox profile, it gives you access to a bunch of Champions, Agents, XP boosts, all kinds of things for all their different titles. One of the things I really want to jump into next is maybe something that we don't talk about quite enough on this channel, and that's the kind of gaming that you can do with your kids, especially your younger kids. Personally, I've got a 3-year-old, and sometimes it can be hard to find games that the two of us can play together, and he's surprisingly good at them. But, you could see here we were playing Bluey, and there's a wide selection of games on here that I would play with my son. No matter what age your kids are, there is games on this service that are appropriate for them. And if you're a dad who loves games, getting to play them with your kids is that kind of special something you just can't really put a price tag on. It's getting emotional. But I digress. Let's talk about some of the ways that PC Game Pass allows you to manage your gaming ecosystem, so to speak. Some of the features that I find particularly interesting are the Take a Game Break section, which is a selection of games that you can finish in under 5 hours, which obviously, as a dad, is huge because time management is super important. And speaking of time management, if you click on any of these games, at least a vast majority of them, you can scroll down and see a how long to beat section that'll show you how long it takes to beat the main story, if you want to do extra stuff, if you want to complete the entire thing, and then sort of a general all styles average of time to beat, which I think more than ever, right now especially, is very important because some games are just really way too long. And having something like this just to look at a glance when you're thinking about playing the game is really nice to just be like, okay, do I have time for this? Is this something I want to get invested in? Is this going to work in with my, backlog or my current log of games? So that's something that I find particularly valuable. Another section that I think people will find particularly valuable is the games under 1 gig section, which is not a issue for everyone, but for some people, especially like maybe you're playing on like your laptop or your, if you got a second PC or something like that doesn't have maybe as much storage, this is a great option to just have a nice selection of games that aren't going to eat up all your hard drive space. At the end of the day, PC Game Pass really does feel like a service that was built by people who intend to use it. And personally, to me, that is one of the most important things when it comes to any service. But before I give you my final score for PC Game Pass, here's a few of my personal recommendations. PC Game Pass receives a 10 out of 10 from Dad's XP. So if you're asking yourself, should a dad play? I think you already know the answer to that one. And well, if you're a dad who decides you want to play, you can go down below in the description and you can find the link to get PC Game Pass for yourself right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and a special thank you to Xbox as well for giving us this opportunity. If you want to support what we do here, you can do so by giving us a sub or leaving us a comment. My name is CJ, and this has been Dad's XP, and we'll see you guys on the next one.